Cool, man. So, welcome, bro.
What's going on, bro?
Dude, this one is super exciting. I'm super excited to just do this interview with you, man. I feel like we have like a lot to unpack, and dude, I like just this one's gonna be really special because it's not just like one deal, but it's two deals, right? So like these are your first two, wholesale real estate deals. Starting from like you did it by yourself. So I think this is really cool. But yeah, man, how are you? How are you feeling?
I'm good, man. I think it's funny that you say by myself though, because I feel like you were holding my hand the whole time in a way, or you were not necessarily holding my hand, bro, but you were whenever a problem arose, if I didn't know how to solve it, you were there, and I think that was the biggest thing that separated it from me giving up, bro, or the deals falling apart and just
Dude,
getting into the finish line. So
Dude, I just told you on just past experience what I would do. It was your action whether you're going to apply that or not. I didn't ever talk to your seller. I didn't pull the trigger on any of your marketing. I didn't talk to any buyers. Like that was all you. You were just,
yeah, no,
you
I
were.
appreciate you, bro.
But yeah, man, let's get into some cool questions. I'm sure people are gonna get really inspired, and I like to do these just because it shows like just from you starting from scratch and getting to this point. And I know a lot of people are in that realm right now, right? Like I know a lot of people are like just in that space of like, man, does this work? Is this real? Like how like what is it? Um, but just to kick things off, bro, like how do we, cross paths? Like how do we do that? Or
So
yeah, how do you find out? Yeah, really.
yeah, yeah, bro, it's crazy. So last year, I don't remember the exact month, but I want to say around October, November. At this point, I had been actually doing acquisitions for a company out here in Phoenix, smaller operation. Only worked with them for about 45 days, bro. Ended up parting ways. I didn't get paid for the deals I locked up. It was just this wasn't a good, I won't put them on blast or anything, but
Mhm.
we didn't see eye to eye. They were still kind of coming up, so kind of learned a little bit there, parted ways, then went try to go out on my own. Locked up a deal. I ended up losing $500 earnest money because I didn't know what I was doing.
Nice.
And the seller was a realtor for 40 years. And, and it was actually the deal was in Bryan, Texas.
Okay.
So, just a lot of things that I didn't know what I was doing. And then I came across a video of yours on YouTube, bro. Crazy enough, I think like November, December. And I was like, man, who is this guy? He doesn't seem like he's selling anything. I think he's just providing value. I think, when I watched your video, I don't remember exactly which video, but you were just kind of talking about what you do, man. And I was like, this guy seems down to earth. He seems genuine. And then I think at the end of your video, or maybe in the description, you had put, reach out to me if you need help, or reach out to me for a one-on-one, consult or something like that. But you weren't selling anything. And I think I had texted you, bro, or given you a call like earlier this year, maybe late last year in December. And I just remember, bro, you hopped on the phone with me like I was just, like I don't know, like you were already my friend, like we were already connected, and I just had a really good vibe. And then from there, bro, I kind of took a step back from wholesaling. I was unsure. I started working a restaurant job, and the money was decent. I was like, you know what? Let me take a break from wholesaling because it feels like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm ready to take that leap.
Hmm.
And then me and you got back in touch, bro. I think I reached back out to you, and from there, like the rest is history, bro. I took the leap in May, and here we are. So
That's awesome, man. It's crazy
yeah,
because like I didn't even know how this was gonna go. Like I would just post some YouTube videos on like what's working for me, and then just try to work on being genuine as I can. I remember, dude, I literally just filming it on the same iPhone, and just like taking like I would see myself trying to be like a YouTuber. I'm like, wait, no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna film what I do. Like I'm not that guy. So
for
that's really
sure.
cool, man. Um, as far as like your background, bro, like what's your background? Like like where do you come from? Like where'd you like what's your yeah, like your background and like your why? Like what's your like what ignites you?
Yeah, great question, bro. So I my whole life, my parents they encouraged me, bro, like school, 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 college, that's the way out, get a career. And luckily enough, I grew up in a two-parent household, so I'm grateful for that. The thing that kind of, I guess, caused conflict is that I always wanted I always had like a dream, like a bigger dream, like, it wasn't necessarily a job or it wasn't necessarily found in like one thing. It was just this vision for my life that I couldn't really put into words until like recently. And so, ended up going to college a few years ago, bro. I haven't finished or anything like that. And kind of throughout that time, the whole time I was just thinking like, I want more. I want something different. And I didn't know what it was until, like I said, really this year, when real estate is kind of what I decided to pursue. And I think from there, I just started taking more leaps, started taking, having more faith in what I was doing. And, that's kind of what got me to where I'm at now. And I think, I think we talk about it a lot, and this is really important for my why. You asked about my why. So I have a little brother. He's 13, bro. He just turned 13 in February. And I think without him, bro, like I wouldn't have even taken this leap. And the reason I say that is because I was his age one time. I was in his shoes. I was surrounded by the same family, the same environments. School's important, school's everything, X, Y, Z, yada, yada, yada. And I've seen him the way that I was when I was 13. I wasn't very confident, bro, as a kid, to be honest with you. Even in high school, like I wasn't the most confident, like my identity, all that kind of stuff. I was like, man, I know I want more, but I just didn't have the initiative to take that action and take that risk because I was scared. And so seeing my brother coming up, I was like, man, like if I don't take the risk or the action now, what am I showing him? And so from there, bro, it's just been like that's honestly that's my biggest why, bro, is my brother. Just because even now at 13 years old, I want him to believe in himself the way that I didn't at that age. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be able to see like, oh, this is possible. Oh, like I can do this. Whatever it is that he decides to pursue. It might not be real estate. You know what I'm saying? It might be whatever, he decides to do. But that's honestly my biggest why, bro. It's always been my little brother. He's always pushed me to just take risks that I probably couldn't take on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool, man. And like the stuff that like you just said something important, like even if it's not real estate, but like these things that you're going for, you can practice these in like whatever field. Like it all works, man. It all works. It's just like this energy, this like difficultness, like this difficulty. It's like it's something that like you can't really like they don't teach that in a book, bro. Like they don't,
No,
so like, and this is stuff that he's going to be able to look up to like later, and like you can actually teach him like whatever it is, get in there, like get
yeah,
in there, man.
for
um
sure.
but yeah, man, so let's go from waiting, was it waiting, serving, right, waiting tables?
Yeah, bro. So I was taking classes at Arizona State University, and I was enrolled. And then I was serving tables, like I guess you could say on the side, but really, I mean, I was working down there full time. Just at an Italian restaurant, nice restaurant, bro. Money, like I said, was decent, but I just knew deep down it's
Yeah.
not for me. You know what I'm saying?
And so now we funnel into like your deal breakdown, man, doing two, real estate deals. And what was the sum, bro? What was the amount for these two deals?
Yeah. So each deal closed at 15,000. So the sum was 30K between the both of them, bro.
Nice, man. Nice, man. Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, that's somebody's yearly salary in some, some positions, right? Like that's literally somebody's entry level salary. It's crazy. And you did that, with it, you got that last month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude. And
actually got the wires back to back days, bro. It's crazy.
oh, dude, I bet bet you were in the clouds for a couple days.
For sure. I
That's
for sure
awesome,
was.
man. That's awesome. But yeah, dude, take us down with this break down the deal for us. Like, what kind of marketing? What list you pull? How are these
Yeah.
sellers? Like, what's up?
Yeah, man. So the first deal, the list that I pulled, it was just out of state absentee owner, bro. Pulled the data from PropStream. And my market was Kansas City, Missouri. I did some research before I pulled it, and I was like, let's just run it. It had everything I was looking for in terms of population, average median sales home price, things like that. Um, so text blasted, the list, bro. Got this lead in. The owner actually lives in Hawaii, and he had a vacant property in Kansas City. It was, remodeled, looked great inside, and I was like, man, like this is perfect. We started texting back and forth. I remember, bro. It was, I believe, June 1st. So we had been working the deal for a minute, and I was at my internship in downtown Phoenix. It was like a banking internship. Took my lunch break, bro, gave him a call. We were on the phone for like 30 minutes, had a great conversation, kind of talked numbers, things like that, qualified it. Gave him a call later that day, and he was like, "Hey, I like it. I like the price. I like what you're about. Like, let's lock it in." Sent him the
Nice.
agreement. Yeah, bro, sent him the agreement. He signed it. And at this point, it's looking like a home run because I have
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we're gonna list it on the market at 160. I have them under contract for 117. I'm like, bro, we're gonna make 20 G's, 30 G's. And as you know, it's never that simple. So I call up a realtor, bro, and I don't know if she's gonna watch this. Her name's Aubrey. We have a great relationship now. She's great. She's dope at what
Awesome.
she does. And we start working together on it. I'm like, hey, have this agreement. It's innovation. I need your help on it. And she's like, okay, cool, let's do it. About a week into that process, bro, she's showing the property and buyers are just telling her, hey, the foundation is messed up. It's bad. Like you could literally put like a Hot Wheel car on the kitchen counter and it just goes right off. Like it's just sloping. It's bad, bro. It's
Yeah.
all bad. Um, and so she's like, hey, send in the foundation company. So I start getting a few estimates. First estimate I get, bro, comes back at 40 grand. And as soon as I get that bid back, I'm like, oh, I'm like, man, this deal's cooked. But I didn't give up. Got on the phone with the seller throughout the month of June. I'm like, hey, this is the feedback we're getting from buyers. This is the foundation estimates. Just being transparent with them. Like, this is what we're working with. And he's like, oh shit, okay. Like I didn't know it was that extensive. He didn't even know because he's across the country, bro. So we renegotiated on price, got him down to 80,000. And at this point, I mean, we have to drop the listing by 50 grand, bro. So the spread is like, it's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Obviously, it feels like time's running out. I have marketing dollars that I'm spending, and I'm just like, this whole time, the uncertainty. I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work, bro.
Yeah.
Finally, we get a buyer. I think it was for 105, and I was like, okay, cool, we'll make some money on it.
Sweet.
And they had an inspection period, bro. Last day of inspection, they back out.
Nice.
And I'm like, I know, seriously, I'm like, damn, okay. So then we have to find another buyer, which thankfully, my realtor, she's great, bro. She's helping me this whole time. Find another buyer, get them in the property. But again, the spread was like this at this point. So I had to renegotiate with the seller one last time. I'm like, hey, listen, this is where we got to be at. We're going to get it to the finish line, but, I need it at this number or we can't. It's just not going to work. He agrees. We go back and forth. And finally, bro, to make things even better, right? Day before closing, the buyer's agent, the lender, they're telling me they don't like the way that our contract is written. Day before we're supposed to close, and I'm scrambling. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And so my title company, they tell me, hey, just write us an invoice. We'll put it like this on the, on the HUD, and we'll get it closed. And this was like day before closing, bro. I was freaking out on the phone with title for 40 minutes. Finally, get them the invoice, the lender, the buyers, title company, they all like it. Next day we close, bro. Wire gets sent out, and I'm just
Wow.
yeah, it was crazy, bro. I was like, man, like up until the last second, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That literally is the perfect deal for you. Like what a way to start your journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like yours,
seriously.
like your deal. Like yes, you've done acquisition and you know what it is and you've tried, but like what a way to get this deal complete, man. Like bring on the heat.
Yeah, for sure. And then that second deal, bro, it was honestly compared to the first one. I mean, we closed it in 25 days, bro, and it was innovation.
Awesome.
The way that we did it though, a little more creative. We started the list price lower than market, and I just took my fee as a percentage. The seller was all for it. It was legal. Title company liked it, and we ran it. We had showings for like 4 days, bro. Offers right away, and we just sold it, bro.
That's
Tenants in the
awesome.
property. Yeah, man, that one still a little bit of a headache. Had some issues with the buyer and
Yeah.
the tenants, but 25 days, bro,
15,000
we closed it.
$15,000 headache.
Exactly. See,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's super sick. Yeah, you mentioned something to me about doing something like that. I was like, I've never done anything like that, but if you have a deal with the seller, go for it. Like if
Yeah,
if everybody's in agreement, let's do it.
for
Like
sure.
you have the
For
most
sure.
important thing and it's compliance with the seller and then the trust of like having you do the job and you got the job done. Look what you got paid. That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
I mean, what, and that's, I mean, bro, credit to you. Like, one thing I've learned is that you got to always be thinking creatively. You know, there's going to be problems that you didn't expect. There's going to be things that pop up that you're like, shit, I don't know what to do. But that's where, you know, you got to, it's just, this game is just problem solving, bro. That's all we're doing. We're just solving problems nobody else wants to deal with.
Yeah, literally. Um, so yeah, man, what was what is I'd say, it's a pretty standard question. Like, what is something that you would tell your, like, now that all the lessons that you've learned and experienced, like, what is something that you tell Eddie first starting, in real estate? Like, how do you guide him?
Yeah. Um, so two things, bro. Take action no matter how you feel and be patient. And because again, bro, that first deal, I mean, I was working it since June 2nd. That's when I got the first contract signed. Now we're on September 3rd. You know, it would have been easy to just be like, fuck this, I'm done. I'm giving up. I don't want to do this anymore. It's not for me. So it's one thing, being patient. The second one is like taking action, bro. Even when I felt uncomfortable blowing up your phone, I was like, hey, Chris is going to be honest with me. He's going to tell me, hey, I can help you, or hey, leave me the fuck alone, which I know you're not that type of person, right? But it's like, you just got to like take action, bro, regardless, you know? And if you're not responding, okay, that's cool. I'm going to ask, my friend's dad, he's an investor here in Phoenix. He has rental properties. Maybe he knows the answer. Okay, he doesn't. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT doesn't know. I'm gonna call a real, like, you just have to constantly take action, bro. Like
Yeah,
you have to problem solve to win in this game. So that's those two things for sure.
yeah, that's awesome, man. And what about like your mind? Like, you think it's shifted in any way?
Oh, for sure, bro. I think the self belief, self doubt, like that back and forth. I think when I started, I really was like, I have no idea, bro. Like, I was doubting every day. I'm making these calls, I'm getting these fuck yous, I'm getting no, your offer's too low, kick rocks, and I'm just like, man, like, I don't know, just all these no's, just all this rejection, right? But then my mind is somewhere along the way, once I started getting contracts and once I, got this first deal in the works, I'm like, my mind just started shifting. I'm like, man, if I can hear 1,000 no's, that last call, if it's a yes, my life changes. So it's like, it's just having an unbreakable mindset of like, get through the rejection and then you get paid. You know what I'm saying? And then your life changes. But you have to be mentally strong in order to handle that, I think, on a daily basis. So I think, yeah, my mindset, bro, it's gotten a lot stronger. I'm not scared anymore to pick up the phone and get told, whatever a seller
Right.
may tell me. I think at this point I'm looking for the yeses, bro.
Yeah. Um, cool, man. And as far as like, you're in the Genesis group, like, what's is there any been impact in there, that's been helping you in any way?
For sure, bro. I think the Genesis group, it's a community of people that, as far as I know, they all have similar goals. We all want to win. We all want to do it in real estate. We're all in some way, shape, or form wholesaling real estate. And I think just having people that are like, it's your team, bro. I think it's a lot easier to get to where you want to go when you have people that want to go there with you and push you to get to that level. So yeah, bro, I don't think I could have closed these deals without Genesis. I mean, obviously I know I had you, right there next to me, but just having the encouragement and realizing that these other guys, like, they're facing problems too, bro. They're not just closing deals and opening their laptop and a wire comes in. It's like we're all going through the same challenges just in different ways. And I think having that, bro, is like there's nothing like it.
Yeah. Um, and then just kind of like a wild card, let's say, what's your, as far as like getting to know you, for people who don't know you, like,
Yeah.
you're on your deathbed, and you're giving your child a book, to remember you by. What is a book you tell them?
Ooh. I think it might sound generic, but I think Shoe Dog. I think
Ooh,
the
yeah,
Nike story, bro.
yeah,
Honestly, I think that's one of the best books. And I haven't, I still have a long way to go. A lot of books to read. Just kind of getting back into it myself. But Shoe Dog is a story of just like that's somebody who just refused to give up, bro. Just fucking refused, like every day, just no matter what was going on, no matter if, whatever the struggle, the adversity is like, he's like, I'm not fucking giving up until I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? That was his mindset. Phil Knight, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, bro, I think that's one book that I think everybody could benefit from reading because it's like Hormozy says too, right? Alex Hormozy, for anyone that doesn't know, it's like most people don't understand the amount of work it takes just to like enter the game, bro, let alone get the results you want to get, let alone win on a consistent basis. Like it takes way more than you think. So, you know, you failing a few times, bro, like it's not a big deal, bro. It's just it's the entry, it's the cost
Yeah.
of entry, you know?
Yeah, man, and just to feed off of that, like, man, it takes a lot, bro. Like, it takes a lot to win. Like, it really
Yeah.
does. And like, um, and I see like, I mean, sometimes people do underestimate like how much it takes, how much like how much focus, how much determination, how much like, you know, absurd, retarded optimisticness that you need in the head to keep going, man.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Um, so yeah, man, any question like you know, for yourself in the future? So like what's ahead? Is it like, yeah, what's your plans? Like how do you plan on using this momentum to go into your future? Like what does that look like?
For sure, bro. So I think you know, not to get too specific, just to kind of keep it a little more on the generic side, because you know, we could talk for hours on it. I think my goal for the next 4 months, bro. So, you know, Q4 coming up, you know, October, November, December. My goal is to assign, you know, six figures in deals. So from when I started in May to December, you know, it's very doable, especially on the momentum path that I'm on now. So it's just to assign, you know, 100,000 plus in deals by then, and you know, hopefully by the end of the year, I have a more systemized approach so that I can go into the new year like, you know, whether I want to hire a VA, bro, or just create really dial in my systems so that I can continue to scale up. I think the 12 to like 18-month goal is to just take it as far as I can, bro. Like honestly, and I know that's like again, right? We can get into all the details at some other point, but multiple six figures is the goal, bro. And then from there, you know, I'm trying to get to Chris's level, bro. You know, $100,000 months. I think eventually, you know, in time. But I think that that takes just a lot of, you know, determination and just really dialing in the systems. But that's my goal, bro, is to just keep going as far as I can take it, you know?
That's awesome, man. I love it, man. I'm so glad. I feel relieved now. Like I feel finally like we got this interview over. This one was way due. You know, it was way
Yeah.
overdue. I got this off my chest. Like especially like, dang, dude, like 30 grand. Like that's a lot. You know, that's a lot of energy, man. That's a lot of energy, and like I'm so proud of just like the process and like, dude, these are like lessons that you're not gonna forget. And now it's like what's next? You know what I mean? So dude,
Yeah.
congratulations to you, bro. Cheers to you. Not sure if you're still in the clouds or it's back to, you know, grind time, but dude, I'm you know, super hyped for you. And
Yeah.
you know, I hope this isn't the last interview, bro. I hope we do, you know, a lot more.
For sure, bro. No, and real quick, bro. I mean, obviously you already know this, right? But I gotta give you your flowers, bro. I don't know how many people do, but I gotta give you them because I think it's so rare, at least from my experience, to find somebody in this game in real estate in general that is still willing to help like other people before himself and wants to see other people win. I think it's rare, bro. Like I've met a lot of investors, bro. I've met other wholesalers, and when that money starts coming in, their egos go like this. And I get it. We're all gonna get to that point, but being able to just stay grounded, stay humble. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, bro. I think you're married, right? Like I
Fiance,
just
yeah, on the
fiance,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I just see these things, bro, like your values, right? And I just admire them, bro. Like seriously. So I, you know, just want to give you your flowers and keep crushing, bro. Like let's keep crushing.
Dude, thank you, man. I try to be as genuine as I can. I'm human, bro. Like I cry, I get frustrated, I get upset, I doubt. Like I'm human, man. Like that,
Yeah,
it's a natural thing. I think my thing is like I really look up to Hermosi, and he's such a humble guy, and like he's in tank tops and some shorts, and he's, you know, millions and millions liquid. So like
yeah,
these other people that I see, there's no wrong and or shame of like, you know, the cool cars or the, you know, the YouTube stuff. Like, there's no shame in that. It's just like my thing. I just want to be as genuine as I can, give as much as value as I can, and just reap those rewards like genuinely. Like, you know, like I don't gain
yeah,
anything I don't gain anything trying to feel better than anybody, like, or proving or showing to things. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
So,
bro.
so yeah,
100%.
man. Dude, this has been amazing, man. I'm super hyped, and yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, likewise, bro. And I appreciate you bringing me on your platform. And like I said, bro,
Yeah.
let's keep going.
Also, for the people that are want to, like, just maybe just follow your journey, like, where can they find you?
Yeah. So my IG is eddie.castillo.0. I actually I'm planning to start putting out a little bit of content on YouTube just from things I've learned, bro. Any
Sweet.
value that I can provide. TikTok, I think it's the same thing. Kind
Cool.
of just, I'm not a huge social media guy, bro. I'm trying to get a little bit better about that. But yeah, I mean, Instagram, main way people can find me. If anybody wants to reach out, have questions. I mean, like I said, I got the mastermind right here in front of me, and then I'm the student. You know what I'm saying? So
Nice, bro. Well, again, congrats and good luck.
thank you, Chris. We'll talk soon, bro. Thank you so much.
All right, see you, man.